Peace. May the blessings of Allah be upon you. Inshallah, y'all doing well. Jamal Kabbalah. This video actually landed on the day of gathering. So we gathered today, if not in person, then in mind, as all things are one. Hate is built to destroy. What are we talking about? We're talking about the highest science of everything in life, the highest applied science. On the 8, you have 2 ciphers, one above and one below. And as it is above, it is below. As it is within, it is without. So everything on the inside affects things on the outside. And this is true in all worlds. If you look at the seed, this is the cipher below. Put that seed in the soil. Everything that goes in to that seed, even the seed itself goes into something. So it's nurtured through all the elements of the earth. But what's within that seed, eventually in time, grows out. It breaks the shell, grows out of the soil, transcends that soil. So when it grows into whatever plant it is, from one small seed, a monad, it grows into an entire universe. So what's within comes out. So the cipher below, it develops, transcends what's below it, and now grows into something great. But also, we see the tree, we see the bark, we see the branches, we even see the fruit, but you don't see the roots. So that cipher above is just a reflection of that cipher below. This is how it is in life. With us, you see a person's actions, you hear their words. However, you don't see their thoughts. But the thoughts are reflecting what's inside of that person. And you won't know the thoughts until they act on it. You don't know their thoughts unless they speak it. This is the way it is. It's a manifestation. The most important thing is always to pay attention to what's going on inside of ourselves. Because there's a lot of different dimensions within the human being. We see that throughout the world over. We can learn from it all. If we learn, then we can take action. And that action being not to do the same thing, or use that idea and multiply it. Make it grow, make it better. This is the science of life. When you turn the number 8 on its side, you see infinity. Because the universe is either building or destroying. In life, we either building or destroying. And we have to use discernment on what we're going to destroy in order for us to build. We have to use discernment. That's very important. If something don't serve us, we gotta let it go. If the way we thinking don't serve us, we gotta let it go. In order for us to build. This is very important. Even if you look at the ocean, especially today, because of the full moon, tides are high, so you see the waves behaving differently. The sun and moon have attractive powers on the planet, so the waves are a little bit higher. the water looks a little bit more erratic. That magnetic attraction is important. And we got to see what magnetically attracts us. Because the sun just represents the human being's consciousness, a predominant state of awareness. The moon represents the human being's emotions. So your consciousness and your emotions have attracting powers on your planet, which is your body. And this affects your time. So just being in tune with what's around you, because there are signs within yourself and within the universe. And Allah said we will show them our signs within themselves and within the universe. This way you know Allah is a witness over all things. سنورهم آياتنا في الآفاق وفي أنفسهم الحق ولم يكفي بربك So it's just paying attention. And nature is cyclical, the universe is cyclical. The planet Earth is cyclical. It travels in its orbit on its tilt. And it's going around. So what goes around, it comes around. Do good and just keep multiplying. Because it comes around. It's not about doing good, but you know that if you do an atom's way to good, you're going to see it. And when you begin to take pleasure in that, your maqam, your state rises. So we want to keep increasing. Take away the negative, confirm the positive, keep it pushing. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. You know the vibe. Life is all about relationships. If you look at the 8, it's connected. It's 2 ciphers. However, those 2 ciphers are 1. It's connected. So it's going to be a constant interchange. It's a relationship. The same way you breathe in your nose, the belly expands. When you breathe out your nose, the belly convexes. In and out. Stop your breath for too long, you don't have to worry about it. In and out. So the relationship of the inhale and exhale. And in life, sometimes you just gotta inhale. Introvert. Do the knowledge. Read. Listen to good things. Listen to wise people. Observe things in the universe. Take walks in nature. In the forest or on the beach, or just travel and let the atmosphere hit you. Sometimes in life you gotta be extroverted. Get active. Work more. Exercise more. Give more charity. It's a balance with these things. It's a balance. And Allah set up the balance so we don't transverse the balance. That's very important. Because when you build and destroy, you always going to see equality somewhere. It just happened that way. It ain't no coincidence. It's just law. It's just law. Certain things, setting up your day. What you do when you wake up. You grab your phone and see your IG, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Or, Facebook, how other people living, you watching. Mr. Watch Your Money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to build. your own individual life, because you have an impact on this world, a great impact. And many people don't realize that. You have a great impact on this world. Just being who you are. Being who you are in your original state. The impact on the person that's next to you in your household. And then that person leaves. But your impact on them does a great thing. Your impact at work, among your co-workers, how you affect their lives. Your impact on somebody you might just pass in the street and give them some wisdom. They leave you, they going through life, they don't see your words, they need it. Later on they think about what you said, and that could change a decision that they make that affect other people. So these things, it's all about a relationship. It's all about a relationship. Men and women have a relationship. The 8th letter in the alphabet is H, he or her. If you look at the H, it got this quadrant that's open and that quadrant. So it's reflective of the number 8. It's just angles now. So masculine and feminine is interchanged. And it's 2 parts of one whole. But really it's just that whole. Some people, they start talking about, especially on the internet, they'll go hamburger, talking about the divine feminine or the sacred masculine. That by itself don't mean nothing at all. It doesn't mean anything. Its relationship to the other is what means so much. That's like if I talk about the divine inhalation. If there's no exhaling, that don't mean nothing. Or if I talk about the divine exhalation, if you don't inhale, ain't nothing to exhale. So it's about the relationship. The universe shows you this because when man and woman have a sacred connection, mental or be it physical, a baby comes forth. And that baby means everything. You that baby. You that baby. So you see it within in yourself as well. You see it within the universe. So this is very important with the relationship, how it relates, and it continuously does it. This exchange and interchange is very important. And all of this is caused by your consciousness, which is in some circles called the Son of Man. Because your consciousness is the light of man. The sun, it affects all planets. They all revolve around that point within the circle. Not just the Earth's moon, that's just one moon. Jupiter got more than that. Saturn got more than that. All these little planets got moons. So, and it affects what goes on the liquid on the planet. So just being aware of your consciousness, meaning the things that you're aware of. Because what's deeper than the conscious is the subconscious. What you put in your mind. How you feeding yourself. What's your psychological regimen? How you feeding yourself? Because what you put in gonna come out. You can't plant apples and get oranges. It don't work that way. If you want apples, you gotta plant apples. So you gotta look within yourself to feel the damage. If you plant corn, you're gonna have a whole lot of corn. That's law. But if you plant nightshade, which is a poison, there's a lot of nightshade. So the mind works the same way. If you keep planting thoughts of negative about anything, yourself, your job, your significant other, your children, society, that's all you're going to start seeing. That's what's going to grow. Because that's what you plant. You the plant. You the plant. That's what's going to keep coming forward. So you're going to see that everywhere. If you do that on a positive level, plant positive thoughts in your significant other and your children in society, you see positive in them. The whole vibe changes. Now you begin to build. Things become better, elevate. You see more of it. That's what it's about. But you have to be the architect of your sandcastle. And don't plant it, and don't build it too close to the sea. You build that sandcastle by the sea, that sea gonna take it eventually. So this is relationship. This is the relationship. And it's all going to happen whether you like it or not. Whether we like it or not. You're going to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because that's how the universe is set up. All of them have relationships and we all have a purpose. The world is a stage. Everything, every person got to play its part. Regardless. That's how it is. When you begin to understand that, you will see great purpose within yourself and other people, places, and things. And it's your relationship to it, how you relate to it. If you only, if you don't bring nothing, you ain't gonna get nothing. That's just how it is. You gotta bring something to it. Get something from it. Very important points. Don't play the video back and think about it. It's not for entertainment purposes. It's for the purpose that it serves you. That's all. That's all. What makes rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes? That was once answered. The earth is approximately covered underwater 3/4 of its surface. The sun and moon having attracting powers on our planet, while our planet is making its terrific speed of 1,037 1/3 miles per hour on its way around the sun. The sun draws this water up into the Earth's atmosphere, which is called gravitation. Then it distills back onto the Earth in the form of drops of water or drops of ice, which depends on how heavy the mist was or the current of air was in. There are some layers or currents of air that are real cold or warm, and some that are very swift and changing. But when this mist strikes one of those cold currents, it becomes solid ice in small round drops on the light fluffy form, which is called snow. This mist is never drawn 6 miles above the Earth's atmosphere by the sun and the moon, or 6 miles above the Earth's surface by the sun and moon. The reason it rains back onto the planet is because this water cannot get outside of the Earth's atmosphere. With this high speed of rotating around the sun makes it impossible. Earthquakes are caused by the Son of Man experimenting with high explosives. In fact, all of the above is caused by the Son of Man. It's actually what's going on with the planet, the weather. What make H hail? What make E earthquake? What make R rain? What make S snow? What make hers? We talking about he and her. This between man and woman, as well as the earth, the relationship of the earth, the sun, and that moon. Because man is the sun, woman is the earth, and that moon is her mind. Well, the sun is your consciousness, the earth is your body, and that moon is your emotions. Well, whichever way you want to flip it, it's still pancakes. See, that water, the earth is covered under 3/4 of water. That water, we talking about your thoughts. Not only is your body 3/4 water, but also what you think come from what you drink, what you eat, what you watch, what you hear, constantly. Letting it in. So that water starts being drawn up by the sun, which is your consciousness, and the moon, which is your emotions, how strongly you feel about that. And a fine mist, that's the thoughts that your naked eye can hardly detect. But when that mist ascends higher and increases with the other mist of water, I mean, when that thought that you drawing up increases with the other things that's going on, the other ideas, it's gravitation. It become heavy. So when it get heavy, it distill back in your actions, what you say. Because when water is gravitation two ways, it's drawn up in the fine mist and then it distills. But when it distills, it got a body. See, that mist don't got no body, it's a thought. When you look in the summertime when it rains, 2 days, and you're gonna see that mist, that's that fine mist I'm talking about. All this water that's on the ground is drawn up into the cloud. So when that cloud becomes heavy enough, that gravity bring it back down. So now it got a body, that's that raindrop. So that body, you gotta have a thought. You can say you got an ill thought. You got an ill thought. It's in that fine mist. You're just thinking wrong. Sometimes we think wrong. I mean, I don't hate the game. So you thinking wrong. Now that wrong thought increased with the other mist of water, other ideas, other relationships with different people. But when it become heavy, so heavy because you thought it for a long time, this is a big cloud developing. Dark cloud. Like ride wave. Dark cloud, right? Boom, it can become heavier than gravitation. Now you act on it, you speak on it. So all you got is the result of that thought. You know what I'm saying? It was a calf, now become a bull with horns. So that's the facts of life. You know what I'm saying? This is what works the same way with a positive. So that thought, it can come back in your actions. That's why I say, think positive. Think good, do good, speak good, and seek knowledge. Because this is what's happening. Draw up a positive thought, it increases with the other mist of water in the atmosphere, the other ideas, relationships with people. It become real heavy. Then it distills back. It distills back as rain, which is water. So you see certain behavior is what I'm talking about. Raindrop. Sometimes it's coming back as hair. Your hair got a harder body. So that positive thought may lead to some type of concrete, substantial action, behavior. Or it could be snow. It might just be, it might come in a light, fluffy form. That positive thought. So, it increases more. So this is what's happening. Earthquakes are caused by the Son of Man. Now we know earthquakes is caused by the tectonic plates, one going under, subduction, and abduction, one going up. This is how the mountains is formed. Right? But earthquakes we talk about is disruptions of the surface. Son of Man playing with high explosives. Juggling dynamite. Acting like you juggling bananas. So, and there's other sciences where earthquakes is. We ain't talking about making noise. Check it out. If you want to join the pathway, the tariqah, send a message, or if you have questions, send a message to Secret of Allah gmail.com. Until our minds meet again. Proper education always correct errors. That's peace. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق وخاتم لما أسبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره المقدار العظيم سيدنا محمد رسول الله عليه السلام ولا إن الملائكة يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين.